Hello you lot, this is KeefCooks. I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do some bread, some Italian bread, Focaccia. I know it sounds a little bit rude in English, but we are grown-ups, so we'll just get on with it and stop tittering at the back. Okay, Focaccia. I was, well, first of all, I'm amazed. I've never made this before on a video, but I was reminded about it last week on the Great British Bake Off. It was bread week, and one of the challenges was to make focaccia, and you know, they all did a reasonable job. Anyway, it's good stuff, quite easy to make. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. and let's get on with it. Focaccia! Ingredients for the focaccia: I've got 375 grams of strong white bread flour, 375 grams of Tipo 00 flour. This is very fine flour that you would make pasta with. I've got 700 grams or 700 ml of water, a tablespoon of fine salt, 100 ml of extra virgin olive oil, a heaped teaspoon, 8 grams of active dry yeast. And for the topping, some olives, some fresh rosemary sprigs, some more olive oil, and some coarse flaked sea salt. The thing about focaccia dough is it's very wet. It's bakers talk about hydration, and this will be about 80% hydrated. So what that means is I've got 750 grams of flour in total, so 600 grams is 80% of that, I think. And they do say if your dough looks too wet, add more water to make it wetter. It is a challenge to bring it all together, and a stand mixer is highly recommended. So in a big mixing bowl, or the bowl of your stand mixer if you've got one, I'm going to add the flours. And the yeast. I'm putting the yeast on one side and the salt on the other. A tablespoon of salt seems excessive, but there you go. Because apparently the salt kills the yeast, but they get mixed up in the end anyway, so I don't know why that's a problem. Anyway. And then we'll just mix the dry stuff together. Make a well in the middle and add the 100 ml of olive oil and about half the water. And mixy. When that's all combined, we can add more water. I've put the chute thing on to make it easier. I told you it'd be sloppy, didn't I? So you need to keep that in action. I'm going to change the paddle for the dough hook. Back in a minute. Okay, that's been chugging away for probably 10 minutes. And it's very runny, as promised. So you want a baking sheet and just oil it. I'm not entirely sure this is big enough, but we'll find out, won't we? Plop the dough on the baking sheet. And there we go. So I'm going to put that in one place for as long as it takes for it to double in volume, which probably will be a couple of hours, I should think. See you later. Right, you know how nothing ever goes wrong on telly cooking shows, or hardly ever. My dough has been rising quite nicely, and as you can see, it's risen all the way over the edge of that tin. So I'm going to put it into a bigger one. Oil this. Actually, I'm going to give it a proper knead because I think I need to develop some gluten, give it some strength because it's just going to keep on spilling over the edge. Right, this is maybe a disaster, or maybe I can recover it. I've added more flour into that, about 100 grams more flour. So, it's got some structure and stretch now. So I'm going to pop this into a bowl, cover it and stick it back in the warm place and go shopping. Alright, that's nicely risen. So I'm oiling a shallow baking sheet and we'll try once more to fill this with the wonderful dough. I'm not going to knock it back. I don't want to knock bubbles out. We just kind of want to coax it into the corners. Okay, just about ready to finish it off. You want your oven preheating to 200 Celsius. If it's a fan convection oven, that's 220 for a normal one, and that's gas 7. So I'm making up an emulsion of water and EVOO, olive oil, extra virgin. So that's about 4 teaspoons, well it is 4 teaspoons of each. And just want to shake it. Not a perfect seal on this jar top. Okay, that's stuck together for now. So you need to make dimples all over the surface, and the best way to do that is dip your fingers in oil and just press them right down to the bottom. They're not holding really well because this dough is still probably too wet. We'll pop an olive in some of them. Actually, I should have coated this, or spread this liquid over it before putting things in the dimples. Okay, and then the dimples that don't have olives in, we'll put a sprig of rosemary. I think anchovies would also be a good thing to stick on focaccia. And then give it a generous sprinkle of coarse sea salt, or kosher salt. Okay, that's looking pretty good, so I'm going to whack it in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I'll check it after 20, see how we're getting on. Okay, time's up and I can see through the window. This is looking sensational. In it, look at that. Woo woo! So we'll let that cool down, take this photo, and then it'll be taste test time. And now it's taste test time with Mrs. KeefCooks. Huzzah! Bread.
Yeah. Focaccia.
If you want.
Yes, please.
Right.
Oh, isn't it soft?
Yeah. And actually I was moaning about not having good crumb, big holes, but I have.
You certainly
got
have.
some.
It's got an alveolar structure. I read about it. Oh no, that's ciabatta, isn't it? For your next trick.
I'm not.
You're not. Oh, this is lovely.
Well, I've made a ton. That'll probably last all night.
It really is. It's because Keith makes sourdough regularly, and so it's got a completely different texture. And this is quite extraordinary.
Fab. Yeah.
burger buns. If you made burger buns...
Same to you.
No, but seriously, if you made burger buns with this, they'd be amazing.
They'd be enormous. Okay, so right, I've showed you all the mistakes you can possibly make, so just don't do those, do the right thing, and you will have marvellous
Focaccia.
that.
That is absolutely... No, honestly, because I mean, we've had focaccia before. That is the best I've ever tasted.
Oh.
Seriously, the texture, the flavour. I love the salt crust, and it's so pretty. I like an olive.
You've got to smell it.
Oh, that's
Okay.
lovely.
I made some ratatouille as well.
Oh, bless. He looks after me.
The only way to get rid of the snow scumblers. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you next time.